What's going on, y'all? It's Upthescorepodcast coming again with another banger, man. Y'all know it's your host, Cool. I got Sean the Don, JB, Mr. Stutterman himself, and Tap, the man with the plan, man. As we give it to y'all today, as we always do, man. Pull up a chair, put your seat down, put your seatbelt on. Let's get to it. Y'all ready?
Let's get
Let's get
it.
Let's
to it.
get it.
Let's get to it. Today we have an episode for all of our men, man. All of our men. We call it Making Men Better Men. Let's get to it right here, right now. For starters, just because you're born a male, that doesn't make you a man. I'm gonna say that again. For starters, just because you're a male, that doesn't make you a man. You want to know when you become a man? Pull up a seat. You become a man when you become responsible for other people, and a part of that is taking accountability. That was our word. That was our word of the week. If y'all been tracking with us for Upthescore Podcast, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're here for a purpose to enrich the world. So decide that you're going to take some time and work on yourself because you deserve that from yourself. Essential prime time since you're the one creating your own production. I hope that resonated with y'all very well because that was from the heart. Without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. Do we define better as the perfect life, or what's the criteria for becoming a better man? That's an open floor question. Let's get right into it.
All right, so I'm gonna pop off, man. So when it comes to being a better man, I think it's just understanding you want to take the next step to be better. I mean, just taking that next step to being successful, whatever it is, not even successful, just being better. So it could be being better at a math problem, just taking that step day by day, moving accordingly, saying I want to do things the right way, moving in a certain way about yourself. It's not technically being perfect. It's not technically being, the ideal of okay, I gotta be do all these things to be a better man. Now I decided today I want to be better. I can't do the things I used to do. I can't be the person I used to be. I want to take a step in my life and move differently according to my purpose or whatever it is. So I think that's how we can go as far as being a better man.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this, brother man, tap before we get into our other peers answering this question. Do you feel like there is a chain to becoming a man? Like there is some type of uh strategy, there's some type of rule book you have to follow to become a better man?
I think more so just being disciplined and being consistent. I mean,
What was the first word you said, bro? I'm sorry.
being disciplined and being consistent. You know what I'm saying? You know what you got, what goals you got in your life. Okay, you understand you're not either happy or comfortable where you're at right now, and you decide you want to move forward. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. So when you decide you have a plan or whatever you want to do, the direction you want to go into, being disciplined is going to, when everything fails, you got to lean back on that discipline. Understanding, I decided I want to move forward. I want to be a better person. So I got to make sure, okay, even if it hurts me, even if it's painful to do certain things, or it makes me, I want to say the word, it makes me take the back seat sometimes. I decided today I want to be a better man. So it's certain things I got to be able to do and sacrifice, so, to become that better man. So
100%. I like that. I like that. Shauna Dawn, I see you got pondering on your mind. You talk to me, brother. Take us to church. Take us to church.
I mean, y'all already know, man. Everything you do, it has to be done with God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta allow them steps to be aligned according to the will of God. See, I understand this. As men, a man may be able to assassinate your character. A man may be able to, delete you in a sense. You know what I mean? Though no man can take away from what God has given you, what God has put in you, what God has made you. So when you allow God to and go by the rule book of God, because I heard you mention rule book, then everything in that sense gonna be different. You know, my brother Tap said something about perfect. Wherever you start at in life, that is the perfect. That's perfection. Cause are we going off a scale of perfections or imperfections? I'm not moving towards imperfections. I'm moving toward perfection.
Like
So
that. like that. So okay, I'm sorry to cut you off. You said by believing in God, you become a better man, right?
That's right.
Dude, so
That's half of it.
for our brothers who don't believe in God, do you feel like they can't be a man, or is it more so they can't be the man that God has them to be?
I feel the answer was already within your question. You know what I'm saying? Because when you looking at what's going on, man is created in the image of God itself.
100%. I'm glad you said that.
So
100%.
so at that point, yes, we are men speaking on making men better men. And with God, like I said, that's how that's gonna happen because the image of that is spirit itself. So we first have to start at the core, which is the spirit. That's how the man gonna become better. He has to have a changing of his spirit,
Hmm.
which goes along with his mind being renewed.
Hmm. Hmm. You speaking something nice. I like that. I like that one. I like
Wait
that
on
one.
that.
We gonna,
Right.
and he be talking so much. I be having to turn off my brain sometimes to redefine it so I can understand where. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that one.
yeah.
I like that one. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to, 'cause I'm pretty sure we all feel this way. When it comes to the people we have around us, when it comes to our peers, when it comes to the people in our circle, because your peers might not be our loved ones that we keep close to us, right? How important do we feel that mentorship, our peers, our loved ones, or even role models, how important are they to making men become better men? JB, what you think?
I feel like it's both of them in a way because to me, a role model one that you look up to, like my role model can be, Terrell Owens or Michael Jordan, LeBron James, you know, that you look up to, that you want to be like, that they're in there in a certain way that you want to be. A mentor is someone that went through life and help you get to where you want to be in life. So them two are very important in life because you have one that you want to be like and one that helps you get to where you need to be in life.
So my question about that would be: could you have two in one? Could your role model be your mentor?
Yeah, yeah, it can. But it all depend on you for real. And what you see a person being in your life. If you look at him role model or if you just look at him as a mentor. So it can go both ways.
Okay, okay. I would say this to it. I would definitely say this. I would say, growing up, my father really wasn't around, so I had to who I wanted to, follow in their footsteps and who I wanted to look up to, and it came from within family because I come from a well knit family. So my grandfather was really like the man that I started early on wanting to be like, wanting to mold, being becoming a man afterwards, right? And then as I got
Hmm.
older, I started hanging around different men. I started hanging around my peers, my brothers. I started hanging around people my age group who I can relate more to. And
Hmm.
my role models, it changed a little bit. The people who I look for in mentorship, it changed a little bit as well because we all have different aspects of life and we also come from different backgrounds. And they might do things differently than I do. But as a man, or as a young man where I was, I'm in no position to judge the next man, to judge the next, young man or anything like that. So what I did was I put all of those likes, of what I scripted about those people, and I put them all into a ball. And I put all the dislikes, I threw those by the wayside because I said, well, I like how this person do this, but I don't like how they, do this one. So I put everything in the ball, and I
Yeah.
said, well, I want to use this in my life. I want this to be something that I, instill in myself, so I can, hit that next level or get over this obstacle, get over this hump. And also, I got a son. I have a son. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a great role model. So when my son get older, he look at me like, my dad did
You
it.
like my
So
dad.
I look up to my dad. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He was the one who showed me the ins and the outs. He was the one that sure things went as such. He was the one that protected and looked after me. So and I feel and I think all fathers on this podcast can attest to that. That's something very big, very major that we all take into consideration when it comes to being role models and mentors. You could be 2 and 1 and still have that effect. To
Hmm.
be great.
Nah,
Brother
that's
Matt,
real.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's real. Cause and I'm gonna take a different alley on this. Like I say, for me, I think it was important to have great peers around me. As far as like through my whole life and my development. I didn't really. I won't say I had too many role models or mentors until I got like probably like deep in my life as far as like high school, like deep in high school and college. But more so like my peers around me, it was important to have people that was like minded. So I knew growing up I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to. I wanted be a man, man of my word. So just having those friends, like even to this day, like the friends I had, in high school or some in elementary, I'm still around to this day, and we've always had that thing to hold each other accountable. So I think just having those great peers around you are very important. Like just knowing choosing your crowd wisely. Like to my little brother every week, I tell him, hey, make sure you have some good friends around you because in the day, like that's how successful you go. You go as good as your friends are. What I'm saying? You are who you hang around. I was always big on that. You are who you hang around. So if your friends are entrepreneurs, your friends are, real estate agents, they always they got a bag, you're gonna be on that same type of time. But if your friends out here, in the streets, what you gonna be doing? You're gonna be in the streets as well. So
yeah.
it kind of was big for me to just make sure I had great people around me that can keep me on that path that I wanted to go on. When it comes to mentorship, it's very important. That's why I took into my life now as Coach Tap to be the mentor for people. I had a few people along my process, but I can't really say, okay, well, I'm gonna grab this guy and he was my mentor. Like, nah, I didn't have that, but I know those things are important because for a male who's being in a single parent household, strictly raised by a mother, for a male you need that male figure. You need certain things that a male can teach you. You need certain things like even with Sean, like it's certain things that Sean come around me. He had a mom and a dad in the household. It's certain things Sean can say around me that his dad has said to him. I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me being in a single parent household, you need that male figure. So it's like you kind of gravitate to different pieces of people across your life. But I think for me now, I take that and kind of make sure I'm teaching and being a mentor and I'm being a role model to these kids and giving them the game that that wasn't afforded to me or wasn't given to me, in my process and I'm kind of helping navigate these kids through what they're trying to get to. So I think those are very important. But to me, I just value more just having great peers around you.
Well, hey,
Man, Tap, I
I don't know if it's
go
the
ahead, go
hat
ahead.
or I don't know if it's the hat or the glasses, but your easy E mind tapping in, boy. You really just said so, Dad. I like that one, boy.
Hey, Tap,
The
I
dog,
got
talk
Hey,
to
that
me.
boy said that clear too. That boy said it clear. Ooh, that boy's talking.
You
hey,
gotta chill out
hey,
now.
Tap,
What's up?
I gotta say this right here real quick, cause man, brother, thank you for one for paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Because being that so many brothers didn't have that, what I was able to have, thank God, you know what I mean? I always in my life tried to not be a man's father, but be the man my father was raising me to be.
Hmm.
If it wasn't just his sayings, his actions, his how he do, how he move, every little thing, you know what I'm saying? So like nobody ever showed me that they realized that, you know what I'm saying? And you show me that with your actions, you feel me? As well as your intention. And
Yeah.
and with that being said, since we still on the topic of role models and mentors, my father is my role model. A lot of the
Hmm.
times I say, I pray to God one day I could be a man of that stature, and my son, that's my mentor. The reason why my son is my mentor, because he literally teaches me. He done taught me
Mm-hmm.
how to
Yeah.
be a better man. He
Hmm.
done taught me how to speak as a man. A man don't always have to be loud. A man don't always
Hmm.
have to be
Hmm.
heard. A
Hmm.
man knows how to address and what to address and who to address, and how you do that. My believe it or not, my son, he's 7 years old, soon to be 8, God willing though. He teaches me those things. And it's not really even with too much of his words. It's also with his actions as well. Um, you know, we all have heard this great phrase, I would say, by the founder of Taoism, Lao Tzu, TZU. I believe that's Zeus. But anyway, it's give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's very
Yeah.
true. That
Mm-hmm.
can be easily called the epitome of making a man a better man.
That's
You
Hundred
real.
know.
percent.
Hmm.
100%. That's real. I like that one. I like that one.
Nah,
Damn, I
but
like
hey, so
teach a man
I'm
to
I'm
Fact.
fish.
I'm I'm gonna actually go back off what Sean said. You know, like I said, he was saying, you know, it's important that I actually pay attention to those small things. I think just for me growing up, I think for most kids that's growing up without a father, I don't say without a father, but with not a main father figure in your household, it's important that you actually pay attention to every detail of a lot of things, man. You can't be out here just blinded and walk around, without a sight, without a mind. Nah, you got to look at everything and kind of looking to grow for it. How I live my life, I try to look at everything, people around me. I grow from people around me. I learn from people around me. So if they got something that I probably think I may need in my life, I'm going to take it and put it in part of my game. I was always trained when I was a football player. Everybody you see, everybody you watch play, take a piece of their game and put it into your game. So that's how I do about my life. I know when it comes to my life, I'm gonna try to take at least a piece of it, or I'm gonna learn from what they're doing and know, okay, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I
That's
think
right.
that's why I kind of move how I move when it comes to just observing people around me, the people like my friends, my family. Just understand, okay, so they parents move like this. Okay, when I get older, I don't want to move like this, but I do want to move like this. You know what I'm saying? So just being aware of your surroundings and not just being blind to a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's
Now that's
huge.
fact.
Facts. Facts.
Awareness. Awareness is huge.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah.
Fact. Awareness. That's a fantastic word. Awareness is huge as man. Awareness, discipline. Those things that as a man you have to have that in your arsenal, and definitely accountability. You have to
Yeah.
have those in your arsenal, and you have to be open to people holding you accountable. You
Right.
know, people telling you, "Hey, bro, this your plan, but you ain't sticking to it. You're not disciplined." You have you
Yeah.
have you have to be able, if you're going to imply those, you have to also be able to say, you know what, I can also take that criticism as well. Because if I'm messing up, I want people that I keep in my corner to tell me what's going on with me, where I'm slacking at.
That's
You
Hmm.
know,
real. Now that's real. But some people get
That's
afraid though.
another
You
one.
step on them
You
toes, boy.
yeah, you gotta put that word constructive criticism in there, because if you can't take it, then you can't grow.
got to, got to. Oh, okay. I like where we rolling. I like where this is going. What are some forms of things you see or feel that help you lead a generation to making men better? I like this. I like this one so much. I'm gonna go with Sean because I know he's gonna say something. I know he's
Well, okay. So, brothers, not to be repetitive on leading by example, though we all know with proper training and repetition, one will one day master what have been taught and shown to him. And being a man of God, for with God, anything and everything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything and everything is possible. Nothing is impossible as long as you're doing it with God. And that's the beauty of that. It does it with you. A lot of times we put out things into the atmosphere and we wanting it to just come back without doing any work. Nah, that ain't how that works. You got to put that work in. You know what I'm saying? And when you possess that faith the size of a mustard seed, and you be able to put the required work in, which is necessary in order to excel and graduate manhood. Because in order to graduate manhood, that's what you have to do. It's a graduation that has to happen.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Sean. You just said something, and that's how I move as well. Like faith without work is dead. You feel me?
It's
And
dead.
a lot of times, people, they tell me, "Well, I'm praying for this, I'm praying for that, I'm doing for that." You got to put the work in, bro. No matter what it
Yeah.
is, you got to go out and put the work in. When you tired, when you sleepy, when you feel like you got the best excuse in the world, you got to go out there and put the work in. You can't keep talking about, "Oh, I'm praying, God." You ain't listening. Nah, he listening, but he telling you, "I can't give you everything, man." You got to
right,
go out there and get it. And that's one thing how I go about, just how I live, how I had to learn this from the world. Like you want everything to just happen for you. The world
Yeah.
just wake up in the morning like, okay, I want this to happen for me. Like, God, you say you're gonna do it. Like, nah, bro, you got to go out there and work. So faith without work is dead. It's like probably one of the biggest lessons I've learned throughout my life. No matter what you pray about, no matter what and also be direct with the prayers you pray. But when you put
Mm,
those prayers in, make sure you definitely putting that work in behind that, because it ain't nothing gonna be gonna be just given to you.
Hand it
Everything
to
I
you.
got, I
Yeah.
earned. Everything I got, man. It's like some things I didn't even expect to get, but I've been putting the work in. So it's like, hey, God, I'm gonna reward you, man. I'm gonna reward you, and then when those things come, it's like, dang, when them things coming, but it's like I put the work in. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you putting that work in, no matter what it is, man. You can't just pray about it, and then when you gonna pray about it, don't worry about it.
facts, facts.
That's a
Fact.
big one. You gonna pray about it, don't
Fact.
worry about it. You gonna
Come
worry
on.
about it, don't
See
pray
y'all.
about it. That's one thing I had to learn, man.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. See
I
y'all
think
two done already done. I was just gonna say it's all about actions, and y'all two are basically just said your actions got to speak louder than your words because
It's the
if
evolution.
if if you out here praying, like you said, you out here praying and wishing and that where you want to go in life, but you ain't putting on work. Your action not falling behind your words. You ain't gonna become a better man, or you ain't gonna be a successful man, or you ain't gonna be where you want to become in life because you just sitting on your behind and being lazy. It don't work like that.
that.
So JB, would you say, brother, and I know you will, though I'm gonna ask you anyway, would you say that in order for a man to become a better man and to be a man amongst men, that brother would have to be, a man of his word, first and
Oh
foremost,
yeah,
because word is
yeah,
bond.
yeah. That's the only thing.
Yes,
That's
sir.
as a man, that word means a lot. Like if I tell y'all I'm gonna do something and I don't do it, y'all gonna hold me accountable and be like, "Dang, JB, I thought you said he's gonna do this," but my actions is not falling back on what I said. So that talk can be cheap. Talk is cheap.
Yes,
You
sir.
gotta you gotta you gotta you gotta you gotta step up to the plate when you say you're gonna do something. You gotta,
That,
like you said, you gotta have that much seed of faith. You don't know what's gonna happen.
that real. That real. Hey, to like Tap said, people just be praying for it, but don't want to put in no work.
Mm,
If that's the
yeah.
case, I could just lay in my bed and just pray all day, and it's just gonna just fall right
Fall from the They gonna fall from the sky, boy.
fall from the
Hey,
sky.
sweater.
God, please, I need a 10-bedroom house, 10 bathrooms. I need a Lamborghini Urus. All this pray. I just pray all day, and it's gonna happen for me. But if you're not putting in that work, He hear you,
Mm-hmm.
but do you really want what you want? Because you ain't really grinding. You ain't really doing the
Yeah.
necessity you need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Facts.
at this moment, we are now at our cool fact. I took long hearted on this one. I wanted something good. I wanted something to make y'all minds think. Study shows that men fully mature at the age of 43,
Mm.
11 years after women.
Dang.
You said how many years
That's
after women?
crazy. Uh,
11 years? That's wild.
11, 11 years after women.
Hey, boy, we playing
That's
these games all
crazy.
these years, boy. That's how you get dumped, boy.
So,
Yeah.
so
Hey, you can't keep no old lady. You out here, what it is, 43, she 32.
Yeah,
She
boy.
already done did her job. You out here talking about I'm gonna
You,
get it together.
Hey.
Getting it
Hell
together.
no.
hey,
It's over with.
41, you about to retire. You talking about,
I'll tell you.
I guess
Talking
I
about,
get,
well, I guess I get a job now. I'm 60.
I guess I
But
do it now.
but
man.
hey, cool. I got a question. Just like I can cool tap and Bishop, like, why do y'all think that our men develop so late in life?
It's just like Tap said, man, not having that father in the house, man, which is a man though, because you can have your daddy there, but
Yeah.
if he didn't have the example, that's why it matters. Those
I think
role
I know
models,
why.
those mentors, because without having that,
I don't,
it's over with.
Hey,
I
I
don't know.
got one. I got one quick.
I don't know because have generations past. Like your grandfather was in your daddy life, and your grandfather was in your grandfather life.
Right.
Yeah.
But if if you're not ready to mature, you personally as a man,
That's
it,
right.
Mhm.
That gotta come from.
Right,
So
So
if you feel like you're not ready to do right, you could be 39 years old. I ain't ready yet, dog. I ain't ready.
right.
I got
I ain't,
something for that. I got something for that though. I think it's more so just I think I'm gonna take it back to like back in the days when a woman's job is to stay at home and and nurture and stay at home and do the housely
Mm,
duties. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
father's always out working, so he ain't really got that. He ain't really out really getting that connection with the kid. I think kids more so make you mature enough. So I think taking it back to those back in those days, the mothers is always pretty much around the kids. They're around business situation. They got to always handle all the paperwork. They doing all of the stuff that the man is just out doing their thing. So it's like the mother is required to be a mother in those
true.
times. A father is not really
Yeah.
required to be a father. He's required to be the provider. He's not required to
Okay. Yeah.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
do certain things. He's not required. You're not looking at him like, hey, dad, come home and and put your foot down. He coming home. He the man. Hey, I've been gone for a week. My kid's happy to see me. The mother got to be there in the pain
Mhm.
year round. You know what I'm saying? And that's the angle I would take in it. That's why I would think that's why the statistics are showing that that's how things are working because how it is usually normally normalized. The woman is always majority with the kids and have to do the most mature things all the time. So that's the angle I'm gonna take, man. I look
Yeah.
like Cool don't agree,
I
but what you
mean,
saying, Cool boy?
hey,
me personally,
if Cool don't agree, I'll agree
yeah,
because that makes sense to me.
like when you say, because if you when you say it like that, I think about it like, well, okay, if the man is out working all day, he come home, he has to be mature. I would think
Do
because
he?
you,
Do he?
you yeah, because you have responsibilities that you are taking care of day in and day out. You
Bills
you
wise,
you
Only,
coming
but
home.
only, but the only responsibilities that you got to do is make sure the bills paid, make sure the food, make sure the your wife and kids got food. And then after that, you can be free. All right, they said, all right, babe, I'm about to go chill with my homeboys real quick and go
But
do
hold
what I
on,
do.
hold
Nah,
on,
they ain't no man though.
hold on. But I'm I'm example
But
because
I'm just saying. But I'm just saying though, that then is not maturing at a young age because we doing all this. We still gotta have some free time at the end.
but see, hold on, but you kind of contradicting yourself because you speaking on now and I'm speaking on tap answer. Tap answer was in the past.
in history,
In
yeah.
the back then in the history books.
So and then I'm gonna bring it to light, to your answer. But I personally would think the man has to be mature because you have people counting on you day in and day out. You
Mhm.
know, that woman at the house who's nurturing them kids, counting on you to provide for her so she can provide for the kids. Those
Mhm.
kids that the mother is at home nurturing, they're counting
What's
on you
what's maturity though?
and sense of what?
And I said that's what I'm saying. We got to break down what is maturity when you saying because you saying okay a man don't get fully mature and develop until
What
43 11 years after the woman. What is technically maturity then?
hey, I ain't say that. I ain't say that.
So okay, I'll take a swing at it real quick, right? And
It's
it's very simple, right? When it
KB,
when it come
I'm
Go ahead,
understand.
Babe Ruth.
when
Go
it when
ahead,
it
Babe
comes
Ruth.
to yes sir, when it comes to maturity, um, it's simple as we all heard. Act your age and not your shoe size.
Mhm.
You know, we
Yeah.
we all know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah.
People know it's a time and a place.
Mhm.
Mm.
People know everybody ain't gotta hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Everybody ain't fitting for everybody to see you. You know
Hold
how
on,
to. You should know how to conduct yourself and behave. You should know.
hold on, hold on, brother. Can you repeat that last sentence you said? You said,
It's a
you,
time and a place.
and then you said you could be heard, but they got to hear you.
That's right. Everybody don't have to hear you. People can see you. Everybody ain't gotta see you. They got eyes. You ain't got to do. Meaning you don't have to do no foolishness.
I like that. So
Facts. Facts.
Hey, but the biggest question gonna be broken down, man. What's the maturity? What maturity are we talking about? Because are we talking about the maturity that it demands a person to act a certain way, or is it the maturity like knowing like your responsibilities? You know what I'm saying? So, what
I,
level are they actually talking about? Because
I
I want
think,
to know. I'm curious.
I think to answer your question, I think you answered your question while you asking your question. I think you said when it comes to accountability, acting, along the words of what you said, maturity when it comes to that, like Sean just said, actual age not your fault. So as you grow older, you acquire this wisdom, you acquire these experiences that if I keep making these same mistakes, that's not maturity. I'm just being an asshole, honestly. I'm really not looking to learn from anything. I can't grow. I can't become mature if I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So when I'm myself today at 30, at 14, I wouldn't be doing what I am today because I wasn't as mature when I was 14 as I am today. I wasn't disciplined. I wasn't accountable for these things. I wasn't aware of what comes with, as you get older. That's my take on it.
Hey man, you dropped the cool fact. You just dropped the answer for it. I mean, hey, that boy dropped the cool fact. That boy dropped the in depth answer.
That's
I would definitely take your answer, my boy. That was a good answer right there, man. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
so with the cool fact, right? And this is it. With the cool fact, and with all the great feedback that we just input, do y'all feel personally? That's not off for study. That's not off the cool fact. Do y'all feel there is an age requirement or limit? So when it comes to making men better,
Oh my God.
Nah,
So
nah.
so biblically, what at one point it said what 12 years old was the age of maturity. So I'm trying to figure out. I don't think it's an actual age. When you decide you want to be better as a person, you go ahead and do it, man. So I mean, I honestly think, like I said, when you decide I want to be great, I want to be good in life, anybody can decide tomorrow they want to be better.
Yeah.
So I think, like, even if it's 12 years old, 10 years old, 13, whatever it is, 40, tomorrow you can decide if you want to be better. I mean, and you got to move accordingly. So I don't really think it's an age limit on when to drop on that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it shouldn't be an age because as a boy transition into a man, you should always wanna be, you should already become a better man. Like you should already want to become a better man. So age shouldn't define you. You should just listen to the old heads and listen to where they went in life, so you won't make the wrong mistakes in life. Because the Bible says when you was a child, you spoke as a child, you understood as a child, you thought as a child. But when you
Come on,
became a
baby.
man, you put the childish things away. So
Yes, Lord.
in that aspect, you should always strive to step out that childish that child mode, and start stepping into that manhood mode.
That's right.
I
So
like
like,
that. I like that.
yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
When I was a child, I spake as a child. Ooh,
Mhm.
though God instruct us to say, I am not a child. Uh,
Hey,
so so I would say this, right? Like Chat was mentioning the age of maturity, right? Maturity, whichever word people say. Um, there is a rites of passage. That's what it's called, right? In order to begin to enter into that manhood. And indeed, until you accept what God has for you, then you would
Mhm.
not meet your mark, so to speak. And it will only pose as if you're running out of time, though we all know that we are here on borrowed time. So
Mhm.
why limit ourselves and procrastinate as if time is on our side and we have as however long to be that better man? So like Tap said, it could be 40, you could do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it today.
Yeah.
hey, like Tap always say, everybody ready tomorrow.
You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Hey,
then
Facts though.
tomorrow never get here because now when tomorrow gets there, it's now called today. So then you create another tomorrow in your mind and say, well, yeah, I'm gonna get it handled. I'm gonna do it. You always have a tomorrow, so you think tomorrow don't exist
Yeah.
because it's one day in your life that tomorrow won't even show up for you.
Mhm.
What if that's today?
Yeah.
Because it's a possibility it is.
Mhm.
Because you're still here, and we know you ain't gonna stay here forever because you ain't been here forever.
hey,
Wow.
hey, Sean. Don't know. matter how you say that, man, another product. Uh, I like this. So that when this thing
That boy
drops,
just cooked up just there.
It's true. You
wait,
know, and that's where a lot of brothers fall short at.
Facts. Facts. Procrastination.
okay, so hold on, Bishop. So you say that's what a lot of men fall short at, right?
That's
Can you
right.
elaborate that?
Say it again.
Can you elaborate? You said that is what men fall short at. Can you elaborate?
Right. And I mean, I'm not saying it's a it's not a problem when you do fall short, nor is it truly a problem once you realize that there is a problem. Right? The true problem occurs when the man does not have a solution. And a simple way to look at any problem that arises in your life, ironically, is as the solution itself. Because, for instance, let's say you having some car troubles and you check and your check engine light come on. That's a notification, an
Mm-hmm.
alert that is letting you know that it is something needing to be tended to. So primarily, you already have a start to fix the problem. For the problem itself has come to the surface of something needing to be fixed. So you have to motivate yourself and get your steps aligned again in order, then get back on your horse and ride off without ever looking back. Most people, they begin to look back. What you looking back to? The days when you wasn't a man? How is that going to
Mm.
benefit you?
Well,
Here you go
Hey, how
again,
you doing,
bro.
Tap?
here you go again, man.
That man going
Boy,
crazy, boy.
So a lot of things happen when a man falls short. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I treat myself like I was born a midget, so I'm already short. So only thing I could do at that point is grow tall in spirit and get to where I need to get to, so I could do
Mm.
what I have to do.
that's real. That's real. So, oh, okay. This I'm losing my mind like how JB be on some of this some episodes, man. I'm going.
Hey, get right.
Hey, let's start over though. Let's not start over.
Hey, so with that mouthful that you just said, Bishop, do you feel like men possess the knowledge needed that should consist of becoming a better man, or
Do
do
I
you feel
feel
like it's something that we have to learn and experience? So as
um
spoke on, so we can understand that rite of passage, so we can align ourselves to become better men.
right on that alignment to be on one accord? Um, yes, and the main core of that knowledge is rooted in intentional listening. To be able to first learn how to become a better man, you got to know how to listen. You got to
Mm.
learn how to
Mm-hmm.
listen.
Mm-hmm.
How do you learn how to listen? Well, the word tell you itself, right? Etymology is what it's called. So I spell out the word listen, Listen. Within those same letters, if I rearrange it like they call it an anagram, that's
Silent.
Silent. The same letter spell listen, spell silent.
Mm-hmm.
Within those same letters is another word. It's called enlist. Enlist. So enlist to the sound by being silent. You have to silence your mind. Then you'll
Dang
be
it.
able to begin to hear. That's the main core knowledge of that. Discipline. Stay with me, brothers. Discipline.
Run
It
that back.
plays a huge role.
Please run that back.
Man,
Discipline.
hey, after this, you might gotta wrap this episode up after this one.
Nah, stay seriously. So it's like discipline, right? It plays a huge role in it also, for it shows that you are being proactive upon your journey as a man. Because this is a journey. That's why it does take some brothers till they get 60, but it don't matter. God gave you that time. Use it
Mm-hmm.
wisely. So
Mm-hmm.
so if that was okay with the Lord, then it don't matter what others are saying, though, long as you are working towards and gaining that progression, being proactive, right? Once you
Mm-hmm.
possess that knowledge, it's a pivotal part of becoming a better man, is being a wise man. And a wise man listens more than he speaks. For the words of a man's mouth are like deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. That's mentioned in Proverbs 18:4, right? Meaning a person's words can be a source of wisdom. Counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man of understanding would draw it out. Proverbs 20, verse 5. Becoming a better man requires understanding.
Drop
Hey,
mics.
boy. Hey, but no, no. What that boy just what that boy just did just now. I think I'm gonna take the angle of we we all have the capability to have the knowledge. And like he just said, you know what I'm saying, being able to listen and like even right now, us coming amongst each other, like it's certain things we are learning it throughout this process of this session today. So it's like just being able to take in the knowledge and understand the knowledge and move forward about your life and move accordingly. It helps you, become a better man. Just small stuff like like I say, just small stuff like just us coming together and just communicating and talking is bringing out more and bringing out better. I want to go out here and be better now, and just me listening. Okay, like dang, so what all I need to become a better man? Like so, Sean just broke those things down. It's like dang, so let me put them in my notepad. Okay, now now I'm going to possess the knowledge because I'm here, I'm listening, I'm not talking. I'm becoming a wise man now. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting
Mm-hmm.
here a wise old wow. I ain't saying nothing.
Oh,
I'm
ow.
finna
Whew.
I'm finna sit here and gain as much knowledge as I can as possible. And tomorrow I'm gonna look at my life like, dang, what can I do? Matter of fact, I'm finna take these notes what Sean said today, or what Cool or JB said today, and I'm finna move accordingly tomorrow. Like, okay, I'm finna use this. So I think we have the capability of getting that knowledge. We just have to sit down and just shut up. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Cause what the wise old owl did,
damn.
mm. And all he did was just
Hold
looked
on,
and
hold on, hold
listen,
on,
looked and listen. That's all he
hold on.
did, and gained everything he needed to know in life just by looking and listening. Well, hey,
Most
what you
brothers,
say, cool? Hey, what you say, cool? That's why you got two ears and one mouth.
Two areas in
yes,
one mouth.
Lord.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. That boy Sean was like, man, I love when Cool said that there another boy. When Cool like, what is it? Close your ears, shut your mouth. Yeah,
Seriously.
boy.
Because it's true, man. You will never learn nothing if you talk. And I'm
Yeah.
not talking about just like
Mm-hmm.
how I'm speaking right now on an external level. A lot of times people, they knows it. So of course they quiet because then they're gonna expose what they doing.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta quiet that internal voice. Cut it off. God don't even talk to you all day. Because it can't
Mm-mm.
just spend all day on you. It got
Mm-mm.
other people it have to speak with. So if my creator not even just, you know, doing this all day, then what am I doing? How am I living my life? I have to do an evaluation, and that evaluation has to be daily. Because if not, I
Hey,
may be failing myself as a man, but I'm just going along. Just going
The
along.
roof.
Like I said
The roof.
in the Born Rich episode, I'm not looking for a leader. I'm not looking to be a leader. Because whoever is in the front and you behind them, they could be leading you right to that pit. And you don't know you just happy. Like they be in the line on the carnival cruise. Woo, woo. You just woo, you happy. You
I'm
don't
just
even
happy to be here,
care.
my dog.
Because they say misery love company. So, you have to be able to be guided. You have to be able to be ministered to. That word is
hey,
M-I-N, but it's a ministered.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
hey,
saying?
hey,
And,
hey.
and just, overstand that it's already taken care of. A lot of brothers want to go the quick route. I ain't telling nobody how to live their life. I can't. Though, one thing I will say, the turtle won the race.
Mm. Mm. Hey, you
It
got your
seemed
feet.
like the
Hey, hey,
turtle,
hey, hey, Sean, you barefooted on the floor right now or something? Because like, boy, you
hey,
getting this straight from the God right now.
and y'all see that sun. They can see it. They see the sun. It's coming through, you know. So, that with that turtle, though, a lot of people think the turtle moving slow. My thing is this. Isn't this shell its home?
Mm.
Why you got to rush home if you already there?
Ooh, hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Come on
They ain't
now.
say that in the book. They ain't say that in the book.
Come on, but see
They
the
ain't say that in the
rabbit.
book.
A lot of people they just like the rabbit. They running. But if you ever pay attention to a rabbit, he going he going this way. He finna veer off
Yeah.
track. That's how a lot of brothers' mind is. They can't keep it on what it's supposed to be on. See, your focus have to be focused.
If a
It's
turtle,
real.
a turtle still,
Hey,
home,
that's why Up the Scope podcast is therapy, man.
if, if hold on, if turtle shell at home, why you rushing home? But hey,
Hey,
now
that's a caption right there. I ain't gonna lie, that's a caption.
I hear baby, I gotta look to y'all left and say neighbor,
Neighbor,
he is on time.
He
he
is
on
on
time.
time.
Not
Hey,
some of the time either,
On
all the
time.
time.
all the time. Hold on,
Crazy, boy.
hey,
Boy, going
Yeah.
crazy, boy.
hold on, boy, you like
Hey,
boy.
that
Hey,
boy about to make get you start praise
That turtle
dancing.
teach you a lot. It really do because it moves with grace and it moves with patience. And a lot of people never paid attention to stick around to watch it so long because they think they already know about it. They equate it to slowness, right? Though slow and steady wins the race.
Mm-hmm.
Slow motion better than no motion.
and
Mm-hmm.
almost
Mm-hmm.
They say slow
Mm-hmm.
feet don't eat. That's not true. It eat the most
Mm.
because it
They
gonna
don't even
cover all
football.
grounds.
oh,
Ain't nothing gonna get past it.
Mm. Cause they
It
right there in
gonna
the
see
same
it. It
place.
gonna be able to know it. It gonna identify it
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
chill, my
correctly the
boy.
first
Chill, my
time.
boy. Chill, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Chill, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, boy.
Well. Mm-hmm. Come on. Come on,
When you
talk to me.
when we look at this turtle,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
understand that it does have a speed mechanism to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just look it up if y'all don't believe it. You know, not y'all the listeners, and even y'all if y'all never seen it. Just look at it. A turtle can run now.
Mm.
Don't get it twisted.
Mm.
for
It
sure.
just
Don't
don't
let me
need
get up
to.
and start running, cause I
Mm.
am that turtle.
Oh, okay. Hold on now.
All right.
Well. Well.
Okay, okay, hey, you know, we
Threw you off track, huh? Come on, Rabbit, get back on track.
Mm.
as as men on Upthescore podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Individually, how do you guys respond being the man that y'all are to tired or feeling overwhelmed? Tap, I know you got like 30 jobs. You work like you ain't got a card, no citizenship. You working like you right now today. Let's hear. I want you. I want to hear what goes through your mind. What is your process like when it comes to you waking up in the morning to you get home to your
It's very simple, man. It's what I tell the kids as well, man. The job got to get done, and the job will get done regardless. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you do it, somebody else gonna do it. The job got to get done. That's how I move with everything, as far as just me being able to keep track on whatever I got going on. The job got to get done. You got a lifestyle you want to live, you got to go out there and do it. You got things you want to do, ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said, the job got to get done, man. So I can be having 1,001 things to do. I'm gonna do 1,002. Because even when I do that 1,001, I still want to make sure I'm ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. So I just like I said, the job got to get done no matter what, and that's how you gotta move. You can't sit around and wait for people to do the job. You can't be sitting around with people. Oh, he gonna do it. Nah. If I don't do it, he gonna do it. Nah. Until somebody take it out my hands, it's my responsibility to get it done. And that's how I move, how I operate, is how I gotta move. And that's just me, man. I got so much goals and ambitions and places I want to be. I can't sit around and wait.
nah
Well,
that
like I said, I can wait like the turtle, but I can't sit around and not work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put the work in. I gotta go out there and put the work in. I know what comes from work.
hey
That's the whole purpose of that. You gotta know what comes from work.
hey that I can 101,000% of so and I heard a quote by one of the best rappers alive and he said I don't want to move fast, I want to move correct.
Mm.
So I don't care if it takes me 5, 7, 9, 10 years. I move correct. I don't want to waste no time. Because when you start wasting time, that's something that we cannot get back.
Yeah,
I can get back
yeah.
the money. I can get back the clothes, the jewelry, the cars, the women, whatever it is. We can't get no time back. And
Time.
if,
Yeah,
and if
you
we
can.
listen, oh, I'm tired, man. I don't feel like going. I'm tired every day, but I'm God me here on this earth for a purpose to fulfill this purpose that He's bestowed upon me.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do my due diligence to serve my purpose. And no
Facts.
matter what it takes, we're going to move correctly. We
Nah,
ain't
and
gonna
and that's real because one opportunities I just got, man. And one thing I said in my thank you speech, it was one of those things. Just like we often pray for things, then when they come, we kind of push them away. So it's like you got to understand, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna pray for something, no matter how tired you are, no matter how overwhelmed you are, you got to put the work in because you asked for this. I think just God can be just like me. I hate false prayers. I hate false. You ask for something you're not ready for. Nah, man, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna pray for it, and when it comes, I gotta stand 10 toes down and make sure it get done.
100%, 1,000.
Hey, what you said, job not done?
Yeah,
Just like Cole said, job finished? Job, job not finished. You got to complete the
no,
job. Everybody tired, everybody overwhelmed. You going other man has met. So just because you tired or you overwhelmed, you not the first man to be tired or overwhelmed. You got to see it through.
Right.
You got to keep that thing going.
That's right. That's right. Hey, so to your point, Tap, when you say, job has to get done, I have things that I want to reach. I have goals I want to reach. I have visions I want to see in my family. How do you express that as a man?
I think me and Koo had talked about this the other day, man. We was out there fishing, man. I explained to him. I was like, man, how I do things, how I express myself, man. I have conversations, man. So like something even like right now, or like I call Sean, I call anybody just have to spark up a random convo. So we'll be speaking about anything, and I find ways to talk to a person how I'm thinking or how I'm feeling, just to see how they feel about that situation. And it ain't always got to be like, okay, I'm ideally telling you, okay, this is me, what I'm going through. But it's just like I wanna, I find my good niche of people to talk to. I can't just express this stuff to everybody. But
Hmm.
I have my group of guys who I know I can call, when things get like this, and you would never know nothing bothering me. We'll talk like it's a regular day, but I start conversations and we're talking, we'll laugh, we'll go deep and we'll go deep. Like me and Sean one day was at the track and we were just going bar for bar. Like it was like whoa, but it's like that was something I needed. You know what I'm saying? And I think we both kind of needed that. So it's like how I express myself. I spark a random conversation. I just have convos and kind of just like to get that off my chest versus what I'm saying, just holding it all in. That's how I express myself, man.
Right? 100%. 100%. So when did you learn how to express yourself the way you do?
Um, I would say maybe about a couple of years ago. I say like 2 or 3 years ago. But for real, when I went to my therapist, probably like about a year ago, and and she expressed to me certain things like what I'm saying, like have those conversations how you feeling. Don't be afraid to speak on how you feeling. Just just it ain't always gotta be direct, but it's just like just write stuff down or just have a way to express yourself. Like I used to go by the water, what I'm saying, and growing up I had an anger issue like a mug, but I used to be crazy. So I used to always feel like I would never be heard. So now instead of me complaining to people and and just being that barrel, that burden to people, is like now I'm gonna just have a random conversation with you and I'm gonna enjoy it. You're probably gonna enjoy it, but we're gonna really get deep and deep. And then when I leave you, I feel refreshed. I feel, refreshed. So I think it's just like, just finding a way to, I guess, like I said, my therapist told me just to kind of express yourself and just understanding, that, people are here for you even when they don't even know what's going on. If you have a good group of people that actually have great conversations, you can definitely get the right healing from those type of conversations.
100%. I like that. How do you express yourself in go to on a day-to-day basis.
You said JB?
Yeah, JB, get right up.
Well, basically, well, I'm still well for me. I'm still learning how to to show that to show my expressions towards others. But um, what I learned is like us men, we have quite a few ways that we do express ourselves, like through body language, physical gestures, muscle tensing, and we don't have to we don't have to talk to express ourselves. So it's a lot of ways that we can express ourselves. I'm still learning how to express myself because growing up we was taught to show no, you know, show no feelings.
Emotion.
Like
Yeah.
man got to show no emotion. So man got to be tough. Man got to be strong. Man don't got to show no emotion. So but nowadays it's people want to know what's wrong with you. How can I help with you? Like do I need to do anything to make you feel better, to make you any more happier than you are? But so I'm still learning how to do that. But how I do it, how I express myself is like how to say I bring up I really bring up conversations or I say something stupid just to see how you respond to that stupidity, and then we'll go off that because
What I told you,
I'm
cool.
a clown.
What I told you, cool. But you doing stuff on purpose, dog.
But
I
so
do.
so
I really do. I really do.
so the caveat on that, I used to do that when I was in the army, and only one person noticed it. He was Specialist Hawk at the time, but my brother became Sergeant Hawk right before he left and went to his next unit, his duty station rather. And he pulled me out one day. I mean, he was pissed off. He said, "Stubbs, why you always doing that?" I said, "What you talking about?" I'm still doing it right in that moment. I'm like, "What you talking about?" He like, "Man, why you be playing stupid? You smarter than all them in there." I say, "Man," I opened up to him. I say, "About time somebody people. I guess all them really stupid. They think it's me." You know, I don't know why I just always been that way. Like, I want to see who really intelligent because a lot of people are intimidated by intellect.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And so you have something when they be like, anybody got something better, good for the group? You got that. God done possessed you with it. You accepted the possession and everything. So here it is. People don't like that. I had teachers who ain't like the fact that I blurted out the answer. Raise your hand, raise your hand. I get it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
classroom, whatever. But anyway, you know, he was able to pick up on it, and I was 19 at the time, and that helped me to kind of stop doing it in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because real recognize real. And so, as far as how I express myself, just by being who I am and maintaining an honest relationship with my God. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It helps me to express in a serious way, though it's still humorous. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
it may feel like it get heavy on you, but yeah, I'm gonna sauce it up in a way to where it's like, you still get that relief. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And like all y'all brothers said, I love speaking with people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to express myself with just the words that's coming out my heart, that's pouring out my heart and exiting my mouth alone. I'm able to express myself, and you're able to
So that
learn
must
more about you. When you
so that
learn
must
others,
be a
you learn yourself.
so that must be an Aries trait that we just do. We just we
Nah.
just you talking about
Hey, so
nah.
hey, well, what Sean say though, you know what's crazy about that though, because like most, like JB was saying, most men aren't trained or or learned to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So we were never given that path of let out. I mean, or expression. We were never given that. It's like, okay, be tough, don't speak too much. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. So it's like to know now in my life now, I've been so systematically trained to just be quiet in the room. So it's like now that I actually am able to speak in the room, or I spark up a random cause now I challenge myself to spark up random conversation sometimes. So it's like now that I'm actually stepping into that path of my life, it's like, okay, now when I leave that wherever I'm at, I leave that situation, I'm like, dang boy, I feel better. Like, so it's like just learning. I guess us learning ourselves, just learning. Okay, well, dang, speaking sometimes is a let out, or just giving us that other side of the spectrum, or just making us feel a little bit more free about ourselves. So I think, yeah.
I
How
like
you feel
that.
about that, Cool? No, what you do, Cool, man?
When it comes to what exactly?
Just expressing yourself. Like
Showing, yeah, expressing yourself.
how do you express yourself when it comes to stuff, a situation like that?
I mean, it depends on the situation, man. I hit up one of my guys. Just if something really little brother, that's like my ace right there, man. I talk to him about certain things. I call one of my homeboys. So I just sit down and I think, I just ponder on it. If it's a big deal, if it's something that needs to be addressed, I address it. I have learned how to I used to just like spaz out on people. They be like, "Well, what's wrong with you?" People don't see what you did to them; they only see how you
Yeah.
respond to it. So I had to learn. I can't just be spazzing out on people just because some type of way when they might not even know how I felt, but I'm spazzing out on them. I look crazy.
How you learned that?
Mm-hmm.
Time really. My my
Mm.
my grandmother got so always told me, whenever you feel somebody is is taking you, is getting you out of character, you move the situation. So I had to. It's easier said than done because you feel
Yeah.
like growing up out here, you just feel like ain't nobody finna have the last word on me. You know what I'm saying? I always gotta get the last word. I always gotta be X, Y, Z, not knowing that it's okay to be a big man sometimes. It's okay to walk away from certain things. Like me and Tap just said the other day. I might, I might get out somewhere, somebody step on my shoes or something like that. Nah, I ain't resort to violence, bro. I'm a little older. I'm a little wiser now, man. My bones, they ain't as oiled up as they used to be. You
Yeah.
got it, you got it. You feel me? Walk away, do your thing.
So back then, someone stepped in your shoes, you would have upped the tone on their.
It's up. Because I was,
Whenever
Oh,
no,
you
no,
wildin'. you
but
wildin'.
I know no, but like I say, time, time,
time and growth, boy.
time over. It really shows you like certain things. Like we all done been through it. Certain things that we thought was cool in high school. But look back at certain things. Like, I should have doing. I should have, had a little more discipline or a little more, to be able to maneuver and get through certain things. But it's just life, man. It's life.
Yeah,
You look
that's
back
real, boy.
proud of. You look back at things you're not so proud of. Continue to grow because everything you do, some things you're not gonna be proud of. Some things you're gonna be proud of. Some things will just happen how it happened. So,
I
but there.
I like to say something about the feeling overwhelmed part. Like, you know, um, be at peace with yourself wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? And learn to listen to your body when it's speaking to you. And you can overcome the feeling of tiredness and being overwhelmed because just like any feeling, what they do, they come and go. So we have to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to not let things park themselves on our mind.
Hey, boy, you just did something. Cause wait, one thing the kids that they know what I say to them. It's all mental. It's all mental, boy. It's all
Seriously.
mental.
And so, like, with that being said, you're gonna always be in a constant stream of feeling drained physically, mentally, emotionally. Um, and then when you lack sexual discipline, we all men, when you lack sexual discipline, you'll be drained in that way also.
Yeah,
So,
Mm-hmm.
savor your energy because what we call that when you let out that energy, your sexual force energy, we call that spilling the wine. Don't spill the wine
I'm spill that
because that's
yak.
how you communion with God. You know, I know a lot of
Facts.
brothers
Facts.
they not they like, oh no, and a lot of times, not the sisters, I'm not coming at y'all when y'all hear this, though. A lot of times it's the woman who really eager for you to, oh, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, you know XYZ and me, so you know put it here, anyway.
Man, this
hey,
man,
Put it here.
this man Sean giving sex 101. You hear me?
So seriously,
Put it here.
when you're right, when you savor that energy though, that's what's called, believe it or not, the honeymoon phase. And a
Hey,
lot of guys now, young brothers, you know, because we speaking on making men better men. A lot of brothers, you see them at the gas station, no boy buying sex pills, honey packs. And why you need that, young man? What's wrong with you? Like, you know, you gotta heal, man. You gotta heal, man.
Hey,
Seriously. And letting out that energy though, that's what's making them have to go do that. Because when you don't, like I was saying real quick, you'll stay in the honeymoon phase. What that mean is you can rock the boat for however long. You won't have premature ejaculation. You won't be pre-coming and all that, you know. But anyway,
hey, y'all heard what I
Uh-oh.
tell you. Don't spill that Cooper's Hawk, man. Don't
yeah.
spill,
don't spill that yet,
Keep
boy.
that Stella Rosa inside you now.
don't spill that. Yeah,
Don't spill that Cooper's, boy.
you know.
Oh, hey, that's a
And
big party for your Cooper boy. You might have to fight over that one.
for the grand finale, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go first on this one. I like this. Are you? Would y'all say that y'all surrounded by men who call forth your best self and
Oh, it's a good
say
one, boy.
yes? And I'm gonna say no at this. The reason I say yes is because I surround myself with men, with peers, with people who I, love and respect. That's gonna make me be my best self.
Mm,
I'm gonna say no
Mm-hmm.
because they don't make me feel comfortable. Because once you start to get complacent, and
Mm-hmm.
complacent, once you get complacent, you start. Once you get lazy, all your drive is gone. So I know the brothers that I have in my circle. I know the brothers that I have in my corner. That is something that won't even be a question, won't even be a factor, won't even be brought to mention. Hey, bro, hey, if you're doing good, you're doing good. But the second you stop doing,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
second you're comfortable, the second you get all, yeah, man, I'm good where I'm at now. We're never good where we're because we always trying to be better.
yeah,
As we say, we making men better men.
man, better man. Yeah.
And so I can't, I can't sit up there and say, yeah, bro, I got this little job or I'm getting a little situation because I know Bishop, JB, trying to be like, what you mean you good? Like, what you mean? Like, you ain't trying to be better? Nah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
weak. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I am slacking. But if you don't have that self awareness, accountability, and discipline as a man, you don't look at it as they just be hating on you, or they don't like what I'm doing right now. So they don't see the vision. Now they see the vision. They just want you to be a better man. That's my spell on it.
Yeah, yeah. See, for me, I'm gonna say I feel like I'm surrounded by both because when I'm around the men that want the best for me, they're gonna make sure that I'm the best me that I can be.
Paul.
Um, bro, come on, no Diddy. So they gonna be they gonna make sure that I'm the best me that I can be. Also, in order to do that, I have to be comfortable around them, so they can tell me, hey, you slacking, or they can just go on me without me taking it a certain kind of way. So that's why I say I have to no Diddy go both ways. You feel me? Because a man that you're comfortable around, you'll probably be more respectable too, and you'll probably can take more no Diddy than other men tell you. There was a lot of no
Man.
Diddy's in there, but y'all, but y'all get the
We
point.
nah, we get the picture,
Right.
Y'all
bro.
get the point.
So like in order to be a better man, a brother must be in a circle of better men.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
birds of a feather flock together. Not to be cliche, but there it
Mhm.
is, right? In doing so, you aim to be a man amongst men. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And um, I'm always making sure the brothers I'm around and surrounding myself with is enhancing my growth as a man, right? And any kind of man, and not just any kind of man, though you know, a righteous man, a just man. You know what I mean? And a man of God, most importantly, a servant of servants. So yeah, for sure. You know, but like JB saying though, you know, we not gaining all this and putting this out there about saying making men better men just to always be around, the man that's better than you. Because wherever you at in life, you can help someone too.
100%.
I learned from fools too, because they teach me what not to do.
100%. That was
Facts. Facts.
to
Go
a
ahead.
shot. Let's hit.
Bring us home.
Hey, and I'm a finale, but just being my homie is a standard, bro. And that may go people head, but it's like with me, I'ma hold all my homies to a certain standard, and you gotta hold me to that standard. It's like we gotta move on that frequency, bro. It's like I said, like I told early in the conversation, like I was always good at aligning myself around like minded men. That's why I joined Omega Sci-Fi. It's like men knowing you want to get to the top. We gotta be all on one accord. So just from my frat brothers, my line brothers, to the Up the School podcast crew, to just my high school buddies that I have that I still hang around to this day. We all got something going for ourselves, and I'm big on that statement. You are who you hang around, no matter what people say. If
Mm-hmm.
if your friends are robbers, they gonna say you a robber. If your friend a rapist, they gonna say
Mm-hmm.
you a rapist. You know what I'm saying? It's just always
Yep.
have to align. You have to be, on one accord. And I was big on that. So I feel like I'm definitely around people who help push me, and I demand a high level of push. So they're gonna see that through me. So they're gonna do the same thing for me. But when it
Right.
comes to me, being comfortable, um, none of my friends, it's like none of the people that I hang around allow me to be comfortable. And to be my friend, we have to be comfortable with each other anyway. So I don't have to, say, okay, we gotta be nah, we're gonna be comfortable with each other anyway. Just be a little bit vulnerable. Like, and my friendship circle is more so about men who are willing to be vulnerable. And I'm not demanding that from you, but it's like I want to be able to talk to you as a man, from being a parent, from being a son, from being a whatever it is. I want to be able to connect to you on all spectrums, not just business, not just life. I want to be able to talk to you about God. You know what I'm saying? Can we align that way? And you have to really be aligned with me on all those frequencies to kind of just be considered as a friend to me. So I value those type of friendships. So yeah, for me, man, I'm definitely around the right guys. And Upschool Podcast is like a walking proof of, because we talk, we go crazy in the chat all week, and to be able to, like we said earlier in the chat, to be able to take that back, you know what I'm saying? You don't put out it all week, and then to be able to take it back, it's like, okay, you and a group of guys that, okay, y'all know y'all hold each other accountable, and nobody's getting that ego like, okay, well, dang, well, you can't tell me I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that has to be mandatory, you know what I'm saying? Your friendships with people, you got to make sure, as much as you dish out, it can also be dished back to you, like Sean said earlier. So like I think it's, hey, I'm around the right guys, man. Up scope.
Get it, man. Let's get
So
it.
hold
Facts.
on, cool.
Facts.
Um, do we want to cover the a painful experience?
Let's get it. As a man, what are a few painful experiences you or you never get past? And how did you?
Since you brought it up, go ahead.
Look,
Sure.
look, JV want to put me in there. Okay.
Yeah, let's hear it. Take the show.
Okay, I got y'all. So for me, the painful experience, like I said, you swore you'll never get over it. Like, cause I ain't even think to get over it. I never thought to myself what I'm gonna say was something to get over. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was the graduation of my mother. Meaning what most people know is death or transitioning. You know what I'm saying? When my mom passed, I never experienced that type of pain, from that sense ever before, in my life. I've had a jam thumb, stub toe, paper cut. You know what I'm saying? Swelling on something or whatever, right? That's the type of pain I knew. I never knew no type of pain outside of that. And you know, um, even though she not no longer here physically, and the main thing that brought me through that space and time of my life is God itself. Speaking on how did I overcome that challenge, that trial and tribulation. Because to me, seeing my mother's body get lowered into the ground physically, I, I was ready to jump in there. I'm like, man, damn, my mama dead. I'm dead. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you lose a part of yourself when who's responsible with helping bring you here is gone physically. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So um, I began to pray and speak with God almost every day until prayer became my life. That changed my entire way of being. For
Hold
it
on, hold
was
on, hold
one,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, Sean. So before you get that deep, I remember I recall the situation when you told me like a couple weeks ago. You was like your mother passed away like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and you was back at the base, and you said
yeah,
something about man, hey, I'm gonna go call my mom,
yeah,
and she been dead about 2 weeks by that moment or something like that.
yeah, yeah. So my mom had already been passed away by 3 weeks, y'all. And my one of my fellow battle buddies, Specialist Diaz, he said, "Hey, yo, Stud, what you about to do, man? I'm about to go to the chow hall. I'm about to get some dinner." So I'm hopping back on the bunk. I'm kicking my boots off. I say, "Shoot, bro, I'm finna call my mama and tell her how my day went." Bro, froze. You know, he looked up at me. He didn't know how to really respond to me. At that moment, it just mentally registered, even though I went to my mom's funeral and everything, not to sound wild, but it hadn't hit me. And, you know, it wasn't until I got asked that question and I gave that answer that it dawned on me like, boy, you can't hug your mama no more. You can't call your mama no more. You can't smell her sweet perfume that she like to wear. You can't eat her food. You can't get you when it come down. I'm 20 years old. When I was in high school, I ain't had no girlfriend because I feel like I can't provide for no woman. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
don't want no puppy love. I really want to do it the right way, right? So I say that to say I didn't have that woman who was my mother, who I looked at and who was a real woman, to be able to call advice on a woman to get that. Hey, mom, I'm liking this girl. You know, hey, she got me feeling like this. You know, but I want to say certain things to you, so you know you may be able to help me out, because love and eyes can't see, so they say. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you know, it did change my entire way of being. You know, it's one thing to try, and it's another thing to do. Like Nike say, just do it. They never said just try it. They say just do it. So for with doing something over and over, you will make mistakes or seem to have the perception of mistakes being made, though truly you are mastering it. You know what I'm saying? I changed my words and my whole life was renewed along with my body, mind, and spirit. God ministered to me on how to be born again and accept his word for if that had not been the case, no telling where I'd be right now on this day, on this hour. Um, and I'm forever grateful for it. That experience made me a man. For it was the beginning of me mastering on how to become a better man.
I ain't gonna lie, but you should let me go first, bro. Bro, it's like cause my love, I won't say my love, but my life experience, you know what I'm saying, that I thought I would never get over was one of those things that it won't even compare to that, you know what I'm saying? And
Nah, facts. I don't even want to say what I want
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm going to say it because you know we at the discussion table right now, but yeah, like God,
Though before you get into it, brother, I say this to y'all. Like I didn't that was just what my experience, you know, just so
yeah,
happened to be. And that's what God made it to be, because it knew by it doing that and the way she passed or whatever, how sudden it was, it knew that it was gonna shape me into be this better man. So I can also help other brothers to become that better man in the way that God purposed my life to do it. You know what I'm saying?
to.
So
you
each
talking,
Mhm.
experience, your experience, you giving that experience because it's fitting for what we speaking on, making men better
man,
men.
better
That
man,
experience
yeah.
made you a better man. So now we need that.
Nah, but
Everybody
so
needs that.
hey, so basically, you just already know, you don't gave my intro. I'm coming out the tunnel night right now, like Ray Lewis with the smoke. So nah, my experience is one of those things I thought I'd never get over was like the end of my career, man. You know, the end of my football career, and for a lot of people it may be cliche, you know what I'm saying. But for me, I feel like I was really that guy. You know what I'm saying. I felt like I really had the tools that it took to be that person. But like I said, I mean, I wasn't having. I had like three offers coming out of high school, but I didn't have the GPA comparison. I didn't have the test score comparison. Nobody ain't tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, hey man, make sure you lock in on your test score. Make sure you get your GPA on point. So I ended up having to go to the JUCO route. You know what I'm saying? JUCO, right? Hey, if you know JUCO, JUCO ain't for everybody. JUCO
Only the
ain't for
strong survive.
everybody. and you got to learn that like you're gonna be talked to like a dog. And when you watch Last Chance You gonna see what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
For a
Mhm.
kid come out of inner city who don't know this type of stuff, you don't understand like these men talking to me like what's going on like nah. So you gonna be talking like a dog. So man, I met Juco for like about a month in Iowa. Man, I'm the starting receiver. I'm the number one guy. I'm that guy. And the coach had did like he had like a extra practice, and me like okay, yeah, I'm that guy from Miami. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to McDonald's. I got time. So I guess somehow he changed the time earlier. You know what I'm saying, to an earlier time, and I missed the practice. And I walked into practice. You know what I'm saying? I guess the coach was already on my head, and it's like every little thing I did in that moment. He basically was on some like hey man, yo, you already on this thin of a line with me. So I messed around and he told me tuck my jersey in, and I tucked my jersey, tuck my jersey in with a little bit of piece of the back out. But I guess he felt like it was an intentional thing. Like, okay, well, yeah, boy, he tried me. So he made an example out of me, and he sent me home. You know what I'm saying? From Iowa back to Miami. He called my parents like, "Hey, man, this is an ungrateful kid. It's the worst kid I ever dealt with." And I don't think I deserved all that. But in the day, like I say, I don't know what caused that extra stuff. But just being kicked out of that school, it changed my life because I had to catch the Greyhound back. And when people tell people when you go to these schools, these programs, make sure you understand, that you got to be disciplined. You got to make sure you have to take what you've learned throughout your life, you know what I'm saying, use it. Some of these kids will go to these programs and not understand, like, these people don't have tolerance with you. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I was one of the ones that I wasn't spared that tolerance. And I got kicked out of this school. And now a football player who all I knew in my life was football, I'm at home on somebody's couch. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So now I got to decide, okay, well, dang, what I'm gonna do? So I stayed home for about a year on the couch, and I decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and apply to college. And I ended up going to Bethune Cookman, and then just life kind of happened after that. But it's like my decisions that I chose throughout my life kind of hindered where I thought I should have been at the time, you know what I'm saying, or where I could have been in my life. And you know what I'm saying, it took me to the ultimate route of why I am how I am now. I'm an advocate for these kids and getting to understand now that don't wait till later. The time is now to lock in on everything as far as the discipline, your test scores, the GPA. Just so it's like certain things I thought I would never get over as far as like, damn, I'm done with the game. Now I'm actually out here in the field, making sure these kids that I mentor are not falling through that same loop. So yeah, man.
Hey, phenomenal story. I ain't gonna say my like that. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say my that one is good on that, boy. You want to say, bro?
No, but be my my story the same about is like Taps. Where my football career ended, I ain't know how to get over that stage in life because when like how Taps say you been doing this for 14 plus years, that's all you know is football. You ain't have to work no job because you was always doing football. You ain't have to, no summer job, no, you ain't have to worry about nothing because you know you'll be getting taken care of because that's all you know is football. So after that football career ended, it's like, what's next? Like, what do I have to do now? Now I got to start actually filling out job applications, and people my age done already they been having jobs since high school, and it's like me, I'm what 2021. This is my first time actually filling out an actual job application. So it's like, what do you do next in your lifestyle? But like Tap said, like full life not for everybody. I went to JUCO, got hurt, um, came back. I knew that I wasn't the same athlete or same player that I was. So it was like I'm just wasting years playing or trying to play. At this point, I'm trying to play football. So back to my home school, Bethune Cookman. I'm not gonna say homeschool, but that's where my dad and mom met. So I was raised on that campus, so I call that campus my home school. So I'll go back to my home school and just start getting back around sports. I became involved in sports marketing. I was the equipment staff on this football team. So I made sure that I stayed myself around sports so I won't lose that passion that I have. But since I got hurt, I can't actually do the thing I love for real. So that's the thing I'm still trying to get over is doing the thing that I love because even if it's playing 7-on-7, I'm still playing football. I still love football, so I'm still doing what I want to do in life is just play football for real. So like even can't even do that is like a challenging thing for me still to this day. But I'm still, you know, we got Up the Score podcast. I could talk about that with y'all boys, you know, and with my homeboys, I could talk about, you know, the good times with them and stuff like that, and like stuff like that. So is going day by day, but at the same time, we still, you know, up in the scoring them. So I'm feeling good about myself right now.
Hey,
Man,
Right.
DJ JB.
hey, you sound like Booty Miles, boy. I can't give myself.
All I want to do is play football. All I can do, hey, I swear to God, hey, the crazy thing is, after I watched that movie, I tore my ACL.
Should
Man,
let that movie
hey,
alone, boy.
Hey, I blame my coaches. Put that on me for the game. The whole week I was saying that thing. Thursday, walk through practice.
You
Torn
need to blame
ACL.
yourself.
Get him out of here.
You need to blame yourself for that, then.
oh,
The whole week, bro. All I can do is play football.
hey, with that, got tap. Bishop Sean Dunn, JB, Mr. Candy right himself, and got your boy Cool. We are Up the Scope podcast, man.